What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the two-man power trip this week. It's
Yeah,
coronavirus week. We're in quarantine, I guess, a little bit, even though we're still working. But
yeah, same here. Still working too.
Jordan can't be here because he's working extra this week.
Yeah,
So
he's working 12-hour days, so Jordan can't be here. So it's just uh,
yeah, and we got two more divisions left before we get into all the draft stuff. So we figured we'd get started, and we're on the AFC West. And I guess what better way to start than with the division winners and Super Bowl champions,
yep,
Kansas City Chiefs.
12 and 4 last year.
12-4.
Then obviously Super Bowl winners, so they had a good playoff run, and
They didn't lose a ton. I mean, of starters this year. I
mhm,
mean, they tagged Chris Jones, franchise tagged
yep,
him. He wants to get paid, so I don't know what they'll do with that. They did lose Reggie Ragland to the Lions. Left guard Steven Wisniewski went to the Steelers, and then Kendall Fuller went to the
yep,
Redskins, the corner.
yep, the
So
Redskins.
they re-signed Sammy Watkins, and LaShawn McCoy is a free agent.
Yep, well, Sean McCoy's a free agent, and so is Terrell Suggs. I don't
Yeah.
know if Suggs will be back. Suggs wants to be a Raven, and it says he's an unrestricted from what I can see.
I don't know. I mean, he's getting up there. I don't know how much longer he'll play, but
But that's the thing. Would Suggs want to come back to a team that just won the Super Bowl, or does he want to go with the? I mean, either way, because the Ravens look pretty good too.
yeah.
But would he want to come back and be a part of another potential Super Bowl run? I could see it maybe, but I think Suggs walks. I think McCoy might resign on a team-friendly deal. They
Yeah,
said
I'm
he was
sure.
only made $3 million last year, so if he could pull in something like that, 2.5, $3 million, I think they would re-sign him. And then I think he would come back,
Yeah.
especially to be surrounded by the talent that they have. So cap space, they have $3.5 million, and their team needs are defensive back, defensive end, and linebacker.
And they've only got 5 picks.
So
They've got 5 picks in the draft, one in each of
rounds
the
one
first
through
5
five.
rounds. Yeah.
Yep.
So I mean, they don't have a lot of picks, but I mean, you can get a corner and a defensive end. I mean, you could fill those probably with
Mm,
starters in the first 2 rounds. Um,
right.
they're really not in a bad situation. I mean,
I agree with you there. I mean, they just came off of winning the Super Bowl, and like you said, they've lost a guy here and there, but they didn't lose a ton. So I
I
feel
I
that they've.
I see
Go
them
ahead.
being kind of like the Patriots, where
Hmm.
people are going to want to come there and play probably right now
Right.
for cheaper deals because they got Mahomes. Mahomes is probably like the new Brady. You know what I mean? Like that's what
Right. Now
everybody.
I hear you.
So I don't think they'll have a hard time getting some players. I mean, even if they lose some of these depth players, I think they'll
There's
be
going to
all
be
right.
plenty of guys out there that's going to want to go play for that team, especially knowing that they're a Super Bowl caliber team.
Oh yeah, and like we
Who
said, most of the
doesn't want to
starters
go
are
to
on
a
there.
team?
So, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, where do you see them next year?
I'm going to tell you, I see them back at the top of the division.
I do too.
They didn't lose. They didn't lose enough, and like I said, they retained Watkins. They retained a few of the pieces. Yeah, their draft's a little light. Their cap space is a little light, but they've still got the core, the core that won them the Super Bowl. So
Oh yeah.
I see them at the top of the division. They went 12-4 last year. Pre-draft, I'll say 11-5. Maybe they drop one game, but I don't think they drop off too hard. I think it's going to be a consistent 12-4, 11-5 yet again. I think
Yeah,
think they're going to be a fairly
I'd say
consistent
11
team.
wins, 10 or 11, because I think the
Yeah,
division's going to be a little better next year.
I agree with that. That's why I said I drop them one game to 11. pre-draft, but I won't go too far down from that. I think they'll still be really good.
Yeah, I agree. So, I don't know. I guess that's about all there is to say.
Yeah, that's all there is for the Chiefs, man.
The
I
Chiefs.
think they're going to be good again.
Yep.
So this was it for episode 1, and stay tuned for episode 2.
2.